that's the sort of gratitude I'm talking about, where it's real. Whereas when you hear like a Katy Perry say, "Oh, I love you all. I love all the little people," like she might have in the past, maybe when she was coming out. But I mean, she has so much money now. I mean, there's a lot of, I mean, and I'm not saying I'm gonna be. I mean, I don't think I don't think I want to be Katy Perry size. I mean, that's not our goal. Our goal is just to have a better life for my wife and my sister, and I think that y'all can see that they deserve it. They're good people. I mean, Annette for sure. I mean, she's just nothing but like she's basically waiting for me to do something like this. She's like finally like, oh yes, finally, here's my brother. I was waiting for this, but she had no idea what was gonna happen. Although she was giving me slight clues by watching YouTube all day long, 24/7, constantly. It's like, put your shit up on YouTube, Rich. Hi. Hi, Dean. Hi, Missy G. Don't ever change. At this age, I think the problem is, I think the biggest complaint is that that I won't change. That's usually what I hear. You're so old, you'll never change. You'll just never change, will you? That's pretty much what I hear more often than anything else. Richard, I'm thinking of retiring to the coast. What are your favorite towns? Well, it used to be Gold Beach. I'm not kidding. It was favorite places. That's where Joy's mother died, was Gold Beach. But maybe it is a nice place. The reason why I like it down there, because there's a place called Neptune's Forest. I mean, what do you want, people or do you want isolation? You seem like a person to be pretty happy with living on a lighthouse as long as you had access to internet and you could get on the stream. So if you like that, then there's so many beautiful places. There's a place called, I think it's Neptune's Cove, and it's just right outside here, and outside of Neptune's Cove, that's where the water is. But cross over to 101. On the 101 is the forest, and start walking in the forest, and it's one of the last remaining ancient forests in the Pacific Northwest. It is very cool, and what defines an ancient forest is a diversity of species. It's ancient, so it's been there. It's like been there. It's ancient. It's amazing. The trees are huge, and there's so many little different things. And then what further defines it is that every species has a single function. It's, you know what I mean? Like everything does one little thing. And so if you remove that species from it, the ancient forest will be lacking from that. And what makes I mean, my ecologist was like, he took me there and I kind of see, he's like, if you don't believe in God, come to this ancient forest. You will feel God. And you go in there, and he wasn't kidding. It was a canopy. I mean, the temperature's always the same, regardless of the temperature outside. The climate's always the same inside there. It's always a little bit misty and a little bit cool. And what makes it, like, okay, you know how like a cornfield, you have to put fertilizer into it? I don't know if you guys know, if you're growing a plant, you have fertilizers. There has to be some sort of fertilizer, right? Otherwise, the plant's not going to grow. Well, an ancient forest has reached equilibrium. In other words, that everything it produces, everything it wastes, and everything it wastes is then reconsumed again. It's in complete equilibrium. It's quite amazing. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Jared. Hey, Jenny Lee, put it in the suggestion box to YouTube. They're changing. YouTube is really adjusting to things. Just, yes, you can have, yes, you have to fertilize and cultivate. I think that's what you're getting at. I have to take a gummy. Yeah, you have to fertilize. Okay. Well, the cool thing about an ancient forest is that it fertilizes itself. So everything that dies within the forest then gets recycled in to building something within the forest, which then dies, which then gets. It's just this generation of dying and rebirth. It's all in equilibrium. It doesn't need fertilizer. And because it's in the Pacific Northwest, it's very, very unlikely in that climate that it would ever burn down. That's why it's probably ancient, is because it's so wet. Mulch, yeah. Oh, yeah. When you go out there, it feels like you're walking. I mean, it feels like you're walking on this much mulch. It's like sponge. And you ever see Star Wars? Like, what's the one where he went to? Was it number 5, where he's on Yoda's planet, where everything was so huge? That's an ancient forest. That's where Yoda lived, and that's what it's like out there. So that's where I would live if I were you, Lisa. Hi, Bob. I met Katy Perry. No way. That was for. I love Katy Perry, by the way. Foreign press and friends of people involved in a perfume launch. She was nice enough. She seemed overwhelmed, honestly. No, I really love her. She seems nice. That seems kind of cool. Yeah, people are just people, you know. It's a lot of work. Yeah, I said Katy Perry because she's kind of a normal girl. I've seen it before a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. I never got to thank you. Strange seeing you here. Have a good one day, stranger. Hi, Enlightened One. I don't know if you're trolling or if you're being for reals. Ah, Douglas. Guess I'm the chosen one. Hi, Jenny Lee. You remind me of Yoda. Well, that makes sense. Since I'm a Jedi, yes. Is this real human with you? Yes, this is a real human. And and she's enjoying her little scratches. Imagination. Oh, she's very sweaty. She needs a bath. What she needs. She needs a shower, a bath. Well, uh, I don't have any kids. Why? You should be on the Cash App with your voice and tell a story about mushroom land for all I give and put me right to sleep. I have insomnia. Jay is racing. I'm down for anything. We can count sheep together. Okay, JS, here's my secret. This is what I do. This is what I do. When I want to sleep, I take the biggest breath I possibly can, and then I exhale. And in my head, I go 1. I go. Loud like that. Wake up your partner. Who cares? You're trying to sleep. 2, don't say it out loud because that would be rude. Say that in your head. And just keep doing that. And see if you can make it to 20. But you got to focus on the breathing. Calm app, not Cash App. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll try that. But what would I... This one? Yeah, it's 9:30, man. She wakes up at 3 a.m., does all the housework, all the stuff. She likes to be at the grocery store when it opens at 6 a.m. to get the freshest meat. And then she's back by 7, 8, 9. Then we're usually streaming, cooking dinner, and well, then you guys know the rest. I want to go to Europe and see other parts of the world. Oh, Lisa, I love you so much. You're so sweet. Why is she like this? Oh, because she's sleeping. She's resting. It's from my trauma, as they say. I have 2 degrees in behavioral. I have degrees in behavioral health. I know them all well. I'll try that though. Oh. You know what? She is a little sick, actually. That's a good point. She wasn't feeling very well today. You know, we are a lot like monkeys. And in good point. When you do this, if you make sure that you do, if you want to, okay, if you really want to arouse your partner and like have them feel really safe and comfortable, you tap into their primal nature, tap into their stem, and the way you do that is remind them of how they evolved. You remind them how they got here, and how they got here is that we would do this. We would pick the not the zits. We pick the zits off now. Back in the day, we'd pick the bugs off of our partners while they would sleep, because it's really hard to sleep in a cave when you have bugs crawling all over you. But like, you do this and then the person sleeps. So that's why she still likes it 10,000 years later, because her mother did it to her. I'm guessing Joy's mom's mom did it to her. Joy's mom's mom probably did it to her. Because like that's where Joy's mom learned to do this. And I'm guessing it goes all the way back to when they were back in Scotland or Ireland and sitting down there in the caves, and they were just like taking care of their own, and they had their kids and they taught them to do this. So yeah, absolutely. So if you want to make someone feel really good, you tap into that, You pop their zits on their back. That's a little gross for some people, but Joy likes to pop my zits. I think she's tapping into her own, like thing that like cave woman would pick the shit off the caveman's back. So it gives her a sort of like sense of calmness, because that's what we did. And then I feel calm because that's I've got a cave woman picking my back. I mean, that's kind of what we did. And then the other thing that's going to make you feel calm is, see, out here in Nevada, we always have clear skies. So I can see the stars and the moon. That's huge. What was that? Did you guys hear that? Did we ever, Joy, did we see scorpions or snakes in the cave?
Snakes, little tiny snakes, but never scorpions.
We saw snakes up there, that's about it. I didn't see any scorpions. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it, because as soon as I say it.
Them suckers are mean.
LOL. Okay, we got a couple LOLs, so I guess they heard it.
I did.
Right. And by the way, farting is a good sign. It means you're it's like an exhaust. You're burning fat. And when you're in ketosis, it's a very, very healthy thing to do. And when you get a person relaxed and you get in, like what I was telling you about, calm them down, get in the relaxed zone, like a caveman did, and then, well, her sphincter relaxed. I mean, that's kind of the goal. It's a little stinky. But I know she's relaxed. Really relaxed. Oh, jeez. That was a good one, yeah. Hi, Jennifer. You guys are funny. At the hospital, they ask if you've been passing gas or use the bathroom. And it's a sign of, right. It's the first thing they ask you.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're not pooping, that's usually a sign there's a problem. And just not so much with a sugar diet, but 100% with the ketosis diet. That farting is like a good sign. I think they even had like a little episode on that. All beef farts, LOL. Pretty much. Organic too, yeah. I mean, pretty much no waste. I mean, we're a clean, efficient running machine. Maybe we can become human centipede head rubs, Jared. Oh, I like that idea. Jared, get on that, man. Can you get out of the bong room for a minute? See if we can do a human centipede of head rubs? I like the way this new generation talks. You guys are funny. You would have a monkey head and a cat body. Wow, you're being creepy. Yeah, go ahead and take Y out if they're just trying to get attention. Shart. Oh yeah, sharting is not a good sign.
Richard used to do that a lot.
Don't know, Lisa. Good question. Bob Smith. Why? Just isn't fortunate enough to have a part. You know, you have a very good point, Bob. I mean, it's kind of why a little bit like what we find out is people hating us is that we're showing how we can get along and how we have. I mean, and look, and we're crazy, and you know, I don't have a job other than just filming all day, you know, and so, but yet we're happy and we're in love, you know. We have you know, we have a little short of funds right now, but we're working hard, and ideally, this time next year it won't be a situation where it'll be like, oh man, we have $0 today until whenever, you know. It's like ideally we'll be ahead of ourselves a little bit and live like normal people. Bob for president, I agree. I think Bob would be a great president. Sharding. Be very careful with sharding. Bob, 2000. Hey, Jared. Bob, are you okay with this? Can I get an accepted nomination, please? Because if we do, no, I decline, Lisa. I decline. I love you, Lisa. Put your ballots behind Bob as long as Bob accepts. If Bob accepts, I want Bob for president 2024. Back Bob, please. Awesome. Okay. From now on, everyone in the room, you realize we're backing Bob for president. So people come in the room, make sure they all know that. Right, Lisa? Lisa, I love you so much. As my campaign manager, you and Bob, please help Bob get elected. Rich, Bethany Frankie is totally bulimic. Who's Bethany Frankel?
She's the one who was one of the housewives.
Housewives? Yes, she is. Thank you. Yes, you're seeing it now. You guys have got to noticing all these people with disorder. Yeah, no, we called her out like way early on, way before skinny girl or skinny bitch or whatever shit she was selling. Way before that, we were calling her out. To ourselves, not on social media. Just to be like, clearly bulimic. I have an autoimmune disorder, myofibrosis. Just found out last year. Oh, JS, I'm so sorry. But hey, listen, we're all hanging out here, you know, and all we have to do is just hang out, because it just seems like hanging out, we feel better. New York housewives, I know, it was so obvious. The New Yorks were the worst. Well, actually, all the housewives are pretty much bulimic, you know. Just some are worse than others. Would you say that's true, Joy?
Yeah.
Would you say pretty much all the housewives are bulimic?
Yeah.
Tamra?
For sure.
Vicky?
Yep.
Gretchen?
Oh, that one. Bethany, for sure.
Yeah. And what you realize is that when you have bulimics and you add alcohol, they're nuts. They're absolutely fucking nuts. Bulimics and alcohol are just the most entertaining thing you'll ever see on reality TV. So once people stop being bulimic and people stop drinking, they're gonna have to find a new way to get reality TV entertaining. What, baby?
It's a wonderful thing.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah, I've got my goggles on. Hold on, guys. One love, one everyone. Jersey Housewives are entertaining because, oh, right, I know. You know, I loved all this show. There's so many of them. I forgot, though. How old is Joy?
39. 39.
Joy, the cool 39. Yeah, I gotta work on the answers. People always say, "Why do you stream all these hours?" Joy's like, "Cause we love it." I'm always like, "Cause we get paid to do it." Okay, which is saying, because people come in and they're like, "Why are you doing this all day?" They're basically saying, "Why don't you have a job?" So my response is, "Because I get paid to do it." But Joy says, "Well, then the people that are watching are like wondering, like, well, oh God,
Hey, monster.
he is yanking it.
Oh,
He's going nuts over that toy." So I don't want to sound, and then everybody's like, "Well, no, because we do love being here, but that's not what I feel like that the response that the dude wants to be." Like, he's like, "Why don't you go out and do something productive for society instead of playing your clarinet all day?" Basically, because I like playing the clarinet. I like playing it, and someday I'm going to be in Carnegie Hall, and everyone's going to want me to play clarinet, and you're going to pay me to play clarinet. That's why I play clarinet. And I'll be like, "Dude, stop playing clarinet, man." No, I want to play clarinet all day long. And then I'll be like, "Dude, why are you playing clarinet right now?" "Because I'm practicing. I got a gig at Carnegie Hall, and I'm got to do it with David Bowie and the guy from the Kinks. And we're doing a concert. I got to play the clarinet in the backup band. And I got to learn these freaking songs. So if you could just leave me alone, because I got work to do." I'm about to go to dinner heaven. Oh God, I'm with you, Banana. Oh, hey, Bananimal, how are you? How's everything? I love your channel, by the way. You guys check out Bananimal's stuff. She's a really good artist. She's got some really good music. I love that song. I was trying to use it in a video, and I got distracted on another video. Yeah, Bethany was Real Housewives in New York. Missy G, Eugenia is anorexic. Do you think she vomits?
no, not a chance.
She doesn't eat at all.
No. If she ate it all, she wouldn't be able to see me.
Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird that two things? I don't think it's weird that someone would do that. What I think is weird is that they don't allow, like they're trying to ban people from seeing it. I know that they show it, but now they make it like no one else can do it besides her. That's what I think is weird. Yeah, go get Bananimal and subscribe, you guys, if you can. No energy to vomit. Is Steve still in the room? Good call, man. She's. I think she's really loving this. That was a good idea. I thought when he first said it, I was imagining him saying like he wanted to hug and kiss. I was like, that's not really. Joy's not like a. She's never been one to be like a hug and kisser. She's like kind of like, let's just hey buddy, good idea, thank you. She's really enjoying it. But then I was like, oh well, yeah, I guess what we normally do is we cuddle, or I scratch her head, and that's kind of how we show affection for each other. The world has changed so much in just a short amount of time. She was scared to take a sip of water. I've been there. I mean, how many calories are in water? Yeah, Jared. Jared. Just don't even go there, bro. You don't want to see it. You don't want to do that. It's just like I didn't know what it was, but then I already knew what it was. But then when you finally showed me, it's like now, oh, that's who she was. And now like, okay, yeah, I've seen her. I tried to block her out, but now every time you mention anorexic, or every time you say the word Eugenia, or every time you say Oregon, because Oregon has Eugene, Oregon in it. And so I think of Oregon, Eugene, Oregon. So then I immediately think of Eugenia, and then I immediately so my brain immediately gets flashes of her dancing in like, I think it was a garter belt. The garter belt and stockings. Is that right? And but she's so skinny. It's just so weird. Jared, go check it out, man. But I'm telling you, little bro, I'm trying to keep you a little bro for as long as possible, because once you see it, you're basically it's gonna change you from a little boy into something different. You're gonna be like, wow, the world's a strange place. Hey, Steve, thanks for hanging out in here, by the way. Watch this channel. Oh, man. Well, here, I'll show you. Oh, by the way, Steve, look at this. The last thing she remembers was just me picking her back. And now she's out. And because I've been talking all this time, her brain is basically, her brain is almost clicked me out. But I don't think Joy ever really sleeps. I mean, she's asleep, but she's always got like one ear up, because she's kind of like a super mom. She's always got an ear up, so kind of listening for bunnies or Annette or me or somebody. Tomorrow I'll give you a name of an artist. So I play, and I'll donate to. Are you kidding? I would love to. We'd love to do that. That'd be great, man. And you know, we could totally use money, as you know. But more importantly, as Joyce said, we love playing music and we love entertaining. So that's really fucking cool. And the fact that you would do that makes us feel like a rock star, dude. Thank you. Okay, so check this out. Email me, Steve. Email me healthyfamilyforce Gmail. Okay, this is the thing that Joy put up. See, he figured out how to open this latch. So Joy put this up here, so he knows that that's the latch right there. That's the thing that is messing up this door. If he could just get that thing off, he could open this damn door. But what he was doing earlier, when I was freaking out, and he always does this, but he's got this new thing he does really cute. You know, like in jail, like the prisoners, like when they like hang their hands out the cell in the old cells. They don't do that anymore, but in the old cells, he started doing that now. So now he's got a prisoner with his little paws hanging out. He's like, ah. I think it's so funny. I'm coming back. Don't worry. I said they wanted to see what Casper was doing, and so then this is his toy. Okay, so what he was doing with the toy like this, but he normally does this. But what he was doing this time was he grabbed it down here, and he was like tug of war in it, like he was gonna pull the cage apart. Like and he was doing it really hard, like really fast. Like if he kept doing it long enough, he might have actually broke the door because of the momentum of it. Okay, Steve, see you tomorrow, man. My email is healthyfamilyforce@gmail.com, and give it to us and see if we can. Hopefully, it's not too complicated, man, because I want that $200. No, I'm sorry, I'm relearning. Hopefully, it's not too complicated because I love singing and entertaining, which I do, but I really do want the $200. So no, we'll do it. Free Casper, I know. Look at the poor guy. Okay, Caspi, come on. See, this is his tunnel. Look. See, he just loves this tunnel. Watch what happens when I open the gate. Oh, look, he's already ready for it. He's so ready for this. It's crazy. And Casper, off we go to the races. Caspi, where are you, Caspi? Caspi. I will see you on live and tell you then. Okay, that's all good too. That's all good. You're not gonna, okay, I'll have to do it on the fly, man. You're not gonna give me a chance to practice. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Love you. Have a good night. Okay, now you use a little litter box. Have a good night, Steve. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. Hey, Casper. Hey, Casper. Yeah, so we got Casper kind of potty trained. Like, he knows to go here. But the issue is, often he thinks to himself, I'm just going to pee on Joy's leg. I mean, that's just, he's like, I know to go there, but instead what I want to do is pee on Joy's leg. Gaspy! Gaspy! All right, guys, I love you guys. This is great. Missy G, I know as a society we can help to drive slow. See you next on the road. Same with you, Eugenia. Amanda, you're hilarious. Yeah, we can't, we just slow down, yeah. Maybe he was, the reason, why does Eugenia fascinate us so much, Amanda? I mean, it's a rhetorical question. It's the same reason why the accidents fascinate us. Because there's very little difference between us and the person in the accident. The only difference is they're in the accident. And so we're fascinated with Eugenia because, right? Man, if we could starve ourselves, how far would we go? I mean, every one of us has Eugenia in us. But we just don't have we just can't do that. Only Eugenia can do that. That's why it fascinates us. But if we could do it, if we could not eat for 6 months, a year, I mean, how skinny would you get? How skinny would you want to get? I mean, you wonder. And then what? So that's why she fascinates us, because we see ourselves in Eugenia. And that's why we get sad. We don't want her to heal herself because we see ourselves in her, And so that's why, and that's the same thing with any accident, everything. And it's everybody. I mean, we're humans. That's, listen to me. I'm Mr. Rumpelstiltskin isolation guy, and I'm about to say, like, look, we're humans, and we need to be social. That's how we grow. That's how we interact. Melissa, there are no words to describe what happened. I know I am not the only one, so hope to get through as best as possible. Yes, the human condition is fascinating. I know. So I think Eugenia fascinates us because deep down inside, I mean, we are all Eugenia. We just don't do it. We can't do it. I mean, who can do it? Joy looked at me and said, she's like, hey, I can't do that. No fucking way. And I said, do you think she vomits? She goes, no way she vomits. There are no words to describe what happened. Don't do right, Mom, meaning don't spend all your time thinking about how much time is left. Love, yeah, yeah, exactly, Bob. I mean, my dad left, and it's kind of, I get sad, but the weird thing is that I feel more connected to my dad now than I ever have. Man, Jared, you're a saint. I think every one of you guys are saints. Good night, everyone. Love this chat. Yeah, it's late here too. We're about ready to go to bed too. You have a good night. We're just winding down. I know that people like to hang out here, and I like to hang out with here. When I say that I do this because I want to get paid, I'm kidding. Obviously, I have 46 people in the room. This is not like high dollar numbers right now. This is just like, I could stay on here for another hour, and it would probably generate not an ad revenue, like another like dollar maybe. So, and I'm not saying that in my head. I'm saying I'm doing this because I like hanging out with you guys. So I was just kidding when I say that I do because we get paid, but I'm not kidding because I feel like I'm being attacked. They're saying like, why don't you have a job? And I said, well, guess what? I get paid for this. But that's kind of why I snap at them. But then I also think it's funny because Joy's like, no, the right answer is that you love doing it. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And it's just kind of funny because it is kind of the difference between us. Because, yes, I do love it, but I am business-minded, constantly business-minded. You should do a live stream of streaming and see how many views you get. Whoa. Amanda, is that this stream right now? No, I'd have to start it as a sleep stream. That'd be weird. Thanks for hanging with me, Brother Rich. Yeah, man, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I like hanging out with you guys. But, okay, I know you guys all have lives outside of this. You have things to do. But you're here right now. Like, you choose to be here. So that you like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you like being here, so I like being here. It's like we kind of, it's like whatever. This is like some people say this is a safe space. So what I'm guessing is that you come here and we can kind of talk about whatever. You don't feel judged and whatnot. And we, I don't know, it's just whatever. So I don't know what I'm trying to say. I guess I'm trying to say I love you guys. And like, you know, with 42 people in the room, that's awesome. I'm sitting here just chatting. I want to just talk about the bunny. As someone who has slept while being live, without realizing you're live when you wake up the most. Jenny Lee, I know that's what I was thinking, and I wanted to experience that. And there's no reason why we shouldn't, because I wake up like every couple hours anyways, because my sister wakes me up, and we have the lights on, and we have bunnies, and I have studio lights in here anyway, so we sleep with the lights on. Richard, me too. I got the closest to my dad when I was taking him through develop. I know that's awesome. Sorry for the close in a way I can't describe. R.I.P. Mom and Dad. I know, but here's, you know, I mean, okay, Bob, I don't know what you felt, but after your dad died, like, it took me a while because I knew this was happening. But holy shit, did the umbrella disappear? Did the, you know, I mean, like no longer could I was no longer the baby cub that could go get the lion to help me out if it was in a jam. Now there was no lion. Like, I looked down and like, shit, I'm supposed to be the fucking lion? I don't look anything like a goddamn lion. I'm like the lion from the Wizard of Oz, Lisa. This is ridiculous. I said, I got to figure something out here. It's like, so my point is that after the dad dies, but then how did I get from being this lost little boy without a dad or a mom to basically, you know, running a YouTube channel and taking care of my wife and my mom and my sister. And I attribute that to my dad. Like just like the last 10 years, he was with me, challenging me, you know, like when Joy and I were saying, you know, I mean, technically we don't have any responsibilities. I mean, these two aren't our responsibility. I mean, technically Joy and I could just do whatever we want. We could just live a life of debauchery. We could live a life of greed. We could just be whatever we wanted to be. So my dad makes sure that didn't happen because he knows me. He knows if I found a place to live, like on the Oregon coast, that had like some cool video games, a really good supply of weed, and corn dogs. I mean, you might not see me for a while. I mean, I might not ever have a need to leave. I mean, I'm not too hard to impress, and he knows that about me. And so, whenever I'd get something like that, I mean, I had so many times in my life where everything was fucking perfect, especially like Jared. Like, I was in Aspen, I had the best job, everything. I was the head bartender in a cool bar. And it just got all fucked up. and looking back now, I realized it's because they didn't want me living this cool life in Aspen. They didn't want me living this cool life in Santa Barbara. They didn't want me to be like this cool dude who just lived by himself. And, you know, hey, where's your mom? Well, my mom died, and my sister, well, she has schizoaffective disorder, and she died on a long walk because she was malnourished. And my dad didn't want me to have that story. But that's a story I was gonna have because I didn't know any other difference. So that's that's why I know that like people live forever and you can talk to your parents. Because I mean, you guys say that it might be like memories that are passed down. Okay, watch what he does here. Gatsby, what are you doing? Come on. We do this little game here. So I push it there. Oh, you want to play? Come on. Well, bless you and joy for what you're doing. I know. It's what I'm trying to say is that it was a good, I mean, it's my life transformation. It was a transformation from being like a boy to a man. Even though I appear to be more boyish now than I did back then. I appeared much more adult back then, you know, with my short hair and my business suit. But I was very, very scared. And look at this guy. Look at what he's doing. He wants to flip this thing over. Okay, Caspi. Yeah, so that's that. Okay, guys. It's been a great night. I think everyone's getting tired here. We've had fun. We talked about a lot of wonderful things. I got a lot of videos I got to put out. What do you guys want to see? See it, Bob. Just host a sleepover. Okay, no problem. I'm pretty much am. I'm actually literally sitting on the ground. Does bunny poop stink? Not really. Someone said, "Oh, I can't only imagine what it smells like in here." It's like, it actually doesn't smell that bad. I can't even. I mean, I know I've been here, but usually, like if you leave and come back, you'll pick up the odor, and I never smell anything. But then again, Joy keeps the place really clean. I mean, she wakes up 3 a.m. She cleans and stuff. What he's looking for is a treat. See, he's got these treats that he goes nuts for. See, he even heard the word treat. Look at him. So he's got, and what I did was I wanted to teach him a trick, and the only trick I could think to teach him was to stand up on his hind legs. So, good night, guys. Good night. Good night. We're all going to bed here. So now Caspi back in his cage. So he went back in because he knows it's treat time. Caspi. Okay, Caspi, come on, let's go to bed. Bedtime.